They say that aging leads to diminished desire. But what if your kitchen holds a hidden gem capable of boosting arousal by 300%? Forget about miracle pills and questionable solutions. Research reveals that certain natural foods can rapidly enhance nitric oxide production, resulting in stronger and longer-lasting erections. Today, I'll share a 1-hour pre-intimacy snack that urologists recommend, explaining why it outperforms most quick-fix supplements. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable tips like this one. I want to know, if you're excited to learn this natural way to boost your performance, type the word "boost" in the comments below. Let's see who's ready to take charge of their health. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know exactly what to eat, what to avoid, and how to naturally improve bedroom performance. Pre-intimacy snack you can eat just 1 hour before sex that research shows may boost nitric oxide, along with erection strength and desire by up to 300%. Second, I'll reveal the timing secrets that differentiate success from failure, including the digestion trap that causes many men to feel sluggish rather than ready. And third, the 3 foods you must avoid if you don't want to undo all the benefits. Stay tuned, because these aren't fads, but urologist-endorsed strategies you can try tonight. I'm not promoting miracle fixes, just science-backed, urologist-recommended advice you can trust. Everything I share is based on peer-reviewed research concerning diet, circulation, and male health. Consider this video as practical education, simple steps that you can safely implement tonight while always consulting your doctor. Let's dispel one of the biggest myths right off the bat. There isn't one magical food that instantly fixes erections. Yes, some foods, like garlic, ginger, or rare herbs, are marketed online as miracle solutions. But that's not how the body functions. Erections rely on blood circulation, nerves, hormones, and overall vascular health. The truth is, the quickest improvements arise from a mix of nitrate-rich vegetables, amino acids found in nuts or watermelon, light movement, and the perfect timing. When you combine these elements, that's when performance can feel remarkably different. To understand why this works, let's take a closer look at what happens inside the body after 50. Erections aren't simply about desire, they are a vascular process. When aroused, the lining of your blood vessels, called the endothelium, releases nitric oxide. This signal relaxes the smooth muscle in the penis, allowing blood to flow in and create firmness. However, as we age, nitric oxide production can decrease by as much as 50%. Arteries become less flexible and nerve signals slow down. This is why what worked at 30 doesn't feel the same at 55. Foods like beets, arugula, and watermelon help quickly replenish that nitric oxide pathway, while nuts and flavonoids enhance vessel health. It's like upgrading an old water pipe. Widen the flow, and the pressure improves almost immediately, especially when you time it properly. So, what does this 1-hour pre-intimacy snack consist of? It's designed to be light, fast-acting, and easy to prepare. Something you can make on a typical evening without feeling overly full or bloated. Start with the base. 1 small, cooked beet, or around 120 to 150 milliliters of concentrated beet juice. This floods your bloodstream with nitrates, which your body quickly transforms into nitric oxide. Mix it with a squeeze of lemon and a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger. This not only enhances the flavor, but also adds compounds that support circulation. Next, add 2 cups of fresh watermelon, which is packed with citrulline, an amino acid that converts your body into arginine, and, in turn, more nitric oxide. Then, toss in a small handful of pistachios, around 30 grams, for arginine, healthy fats, and a steady energy release. To complete the snack, whip up a quick salad of arugula or spinach, drizzled with olive oil and a splash of citrus. Drink a glass of water, take a quick 5 to 8 minute walk to activate circulation, and you've set your body up for intimacy without pills or heavy meals weighing you down. So why is the 1-hour window so critical? When you consume nitrate-rich foods like beets or arugula, the conversion process starts almost immediately in your saliva. Within about 30 to 60 minutes, nitrate levels in your blood peak. This is what drives improved circulation and stronger erections. Arginine from watermelon also peaks around that time, giving you an additional boost. If you eat too early, the effects fade before you need them. Eat too late, and digestion redirects blood to your stomach instead of your pelvic area. 1 hour is the sweet spot for optimal absorption and performance. If you want to enhance this pre-intimacy boost even more, there are a few safe add-ons to try. Sip warm ginger lemon tea. It relaxes blood vessels and aids digestion. Consider 2 grams of fish oil daily to support long-term endothelial health. If you struggle with muscle tension or sleep, magnesium glycinate in the evening can help you feel more relaxed. Right before intimacy, perform a quick pelvic floor warm-up. Do gentle squeeze and release contractions to stimulate circulation. Pair this with 2 minutes of slow, deep breathing to calm your nerves and get your body into performance mode. Just as some foods can boost your performance, others can sabotage it, sometimes within minutes. Skip heavy, greasy meals. They slow digestion and redirect blood flow from where you want it. Avoid large amounts of alcohol, which dull arousal and weaken erections. Steer clear of sugary desserts and energy drinks that cause an energy spike followed by a crash. Even decongestants or pre-workout stimulants can constrict blood vessels. The key takeaway is keep it light, clean, and circulation-friendly. If you're following along, type 1 in the comments and hit the like button. Your engagement helps us create more helpful content just like this. Plus, it lets us know you're getting the most out of these strategies. Every man's health story is different, so safety comes first. If you have diabetes, pair beets with nuts or greens to stabilize blood sugar. If you have high blood pressure, this plate is generally safe, but keep your salt intake low. If you're on prostate medications like Temulocin, rise slowly to avoid dizziness. For those with a history of kidney stones, moderate your spinach and beet portions. And if low testosterone is suspected, remember, food can support arousal, but proper medical testing is essential. Quick question for you. Have you ever experimented with foods, drinks, or timing tricks before intimacy? Maybe watermelon, garlic, or even beet juice? Share your age group and experience in the comments. I read every response personally, and your story could inspire another man to give it a try. Let's back this up with science so you know it's not just hype. Research shows men following a Mediterranean-style diet rich in vegetables, fish, and olive oil have up to a 22% lower risk of erectile dysfunction. Studies on flavonoids from berries and citrus show about a 10% reduction in ED risk in men over 50. A clinical trial on pistachios found that daily servings improved erectile function scores in a matter of weeks. Fruit juice studies have shown a rapid rise in blood nitrite, sometimes up to 300% in an hour, improving vascular flow. The bottom line is that consistent dietary habits provide long-term protection, while smart timing offers short-term benefits. Does this replace medication? No. Think of it as a natural complement, not a substitute. Can watermelon be swapped? Yes, citrulline powder or cantaloupe work just as well. What if beets upset my stomach? Roast them, halve the dose, or stick with leafy greens. And always test this on a relaxed evening first, so you're confident before it really counts. Here's how to put this into action without guessing. Over the next week, conduct your own simple experiment. On 2 nights, try the full 1-hour pre-intimacy plate: beet juice, watermelon, pistachios, and a salad. On 2 other nights, stick to your usual routine. Track erection firmness, stamina, and confidence on a scale from 1 to 10, and note any side effects. Avoid alcohol and heavy meals on the test nights to keep results clean. After 7 days, compare your notes. You'll know quickly if this strategy gives you a real edge. To keep you interested, I'll drop a few quick teasers along the way. Here's the part most men miss, the food timing mistake that wipes out results. In just a minute, the 2-step anxiety reset every man should know. These keep curiosity piqued so you don't click away. Just to recap, 1 hour before intimacy, prepare a light plate with beets or beet juice for nitrates, watermelon for citrulline, pistachios for arginine, and a quick arugula salad for additional blood flow support. Add water, a short walk, and calm breathing to prime your body. Equally important, avoid heavy, fatty meals and alcohol, which can sabotage circulation. Track your results over a week, then keep what works best for you. It's simple, natural, and gives confidence boosts. You can repeat this anytime. If this video introduced you to something new, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend or partner who might benefit. Drop your results in the comments, subscribe for more urologist-backed strategies, and save this guide for your next intimate night. Gentlemen, if today's video helped you protect your health, your confidence, or your energy, you can now say thanks in a special way. Just click the thanks button below the video. Your support helps me share more tips that keep men strong and healthy well past 60, and I truly appreciate every single one of you.